Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today. It was a little slow for this Monday, but we did find a few opportunities that we traded, and I will go over my trades here in a few. But I do want to apologize for this morning. Evidently, we had an internet connection issue, and the live stream would start and stop. It was a little bit choppy. So I went ahead, I just deleted that video from this morning, and I'm going to share with you the message, right now, the one that I did this morning. So if you didn't catch it this morning, you can catch it right now. Um, so we all want success in our trading. I don't know anybody that doesn't, but the good thing about success is that there's enough of it to go around. There's enough opportunity for success in the market for each and every one of us. The problem is not everybody has what it takes to achieve that success. Because the truth is you're going to struggle. You're going to have disappointing days. This day trading deal is going to beat you down and have you crying out to the market gods. Why me? Why me? Why me? And some people just choose not to get up from it. They choose to stay there and cry and keep asking, why me? Why can't I do this? I thought I was smart. Why can't I do it? So, sorry, I still have benzene on. So I'm not trading. But some people just can't get up. Number one, they don't have the will to get up. They just don't. And we talked about all of this, before. But if, for instance, I've had 226 people sign up for the chat room. Well, actually 228 after the day. And so far, I've had 15 people that did not renew their membership. And I was curious. So I went and I looked to see, well, how many days did they actually come in for that month? And when the days they came in, how long did they stay? And they only, 5 out of 6 of them came in for 1 week or less. Well, actually came in for less than a week, 3 or 4 days. And those 3 or 4 days, all of them stayed less than 2 hours. So I don't know if it was that they had a job or, whatever kept them from being able to spend time. I don't know. I can't really prejudge them. But what happens a lot is we get into this trading and we open up our brokerage account and then we say, now what? Because instructions are not included. When you open your brokerage account, there are no instructions. No, they don't have an instruction manual telling you how to trade. When you go to school, when you go to college, when I went, they didn't give me an instruction manual telling me how to live college life. I had to figure it out on my own. When we got married, or when you get married, the preacher or the minister, he doesn't give you when he says, I now pronounce you man and wife, now here's your guide, here's the instructions to having a good marriage. It doesn't happen that way. We learn through bumps and bruises, and things are not perfect, but we get through it. Just like when you have a baby, when you leave a hospital, the doctor, the nurse doesn't say, here's your baby and here's the instructions that go along with it. As parents, we make mistakes. and we learn from those mistakes. And every time we make a mistake and we learn from it, we get closer and closer to being the parent that we want to be. In marriage, when we have arguments and disagreements and we make mistakes, every time we learn from those mistakes, we grow in our marriage. We grow to be a better, we get closer to being the best husband or the best wife that we can be. And it's like that in trading. The same way, we're gonna have times where we're gonna make mistakes. Things are not gonna go the way we want them to go. But every time we get up, every time this trading slaps us down and we get up, we're gonna be that much closer to our goal. And I was thinking the other day that, this is just like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. When you get a jigsaw puzzle, when you open the box, there are no instructions. It doesn't tell you take these and put together, take these pieces and put together, and put this piece here first and this piece there first. You don't have that. You have the box and you have a picture of the puzzle. You have a picture of what success looks like. And it's up to you to take these pieces and figure out where they go and achieve success. Now, you can go buy a book. You can ask people, how do you put puzzles together? What's the best way you do it? Or what's the best way you do it? People are going to get you're going to get different input. And it's just like in trading when we go buy these books or we join these communities and we take this class and we take that class. Everybody has a different way of doing it. And nobody really starts from the same place. So when you get this puzzle and then you start figuring out, okay, let's dump everything out and let's start arranging things. And we put this piece of puzzle here. We find two pieces that match, or three. We put them together. And then we find another couple that go together. And next thing you know, an hour has passed and we just have little patches of puzzle together. And 38% of all people that attempt an 1,000-piece puzzle will quit and never put that puzzle together after 1 hour. They'll just quit because they can't see that every time you put a piece of that puzzle together, you're that much closer to success. You're that much closer to success. So every time we make a mistake in trading and we learn from it, we're that much closer to success. There's no instruction manual that comes with it. We're gonna make mistakes. We learn by doing. We learn the fundamentals. We may learn what to do and what not to do, but we still have to actually go out here and do it. So don't forget, we're gonna have to push through the pain, to push through the disappointment. We're gonna have to deal with these bumps and bruises we get. But when you begin to figure things out and you begin to start putting little pieces of this puzzle together, you're going to get stronger and you're going to get smarter and you're going to be one step closer to success. So don't worry about not having instructions, not having a manual to tell you to do this thing step by step by step by step. Just know you have to go in and you're going to have to put in work. You're going to have to be dedicated, and when you get knocked down, you're going to have to get back up, and you're going to have to understand that you are stronger and you're closer to achieving your goals. So that was a message from this morning. So I hope that you can get something from that. I know that everything I share, it's because I lived it, I went through it, and I really am adamant and really passionate about sharing my experiences and the things that I need and I use to help me get to where I am right now. All right, so this is the FNSR trade I took. Now, this wasn't on our scan this morning, but it did hit our opening range breakdown scan, and it was hitting our RSI extreme scan. So I didn't take it opening range. Obviously, I did see it hit the scan, but you could see these candles were wicked. This thing had swings like you wouldn't believe. So just like I said, told everybody, let's sit on our hands and wait until it settles down. Well, this one bounced up here. I thought we had settled. So this candle opened and it started pushing up, and I can't remember if it was this candle or this candle, but I had to go do something real quick, and I didn't want to miss this trade. So I knew I wanted it to test this level here. So I just put an order out for 27.30 to get short. When I came back, we were up here near 27.50. I never did get to put my stop in, but what I did was I kind of waited to see what was going to happen with this candle. I was watching the 2-minute chart and I was watching this, and I saw weakness in the price action. So I held on. I mean, I was ready to click this and take this off, but I held on. So we got a pull back to this level. I'm still holding my position. I really should have added or could have added. I had enough to add, but I didn't. I waited. We got to pull back to this 27.22 level here. It held here for a minute. Then we pushed up. And the whole time I'm waiting. If we reject VWAP, I'm getting out. So what I did was, I normally don't draw these trend lines, but because I can see these. But I did this for illustration in the chat room. It was making lower highs, and we were trending down. So as long as we were doing that, I was comfortable in the trade. So we kept going, and I think I had my stop here at 50, but when we went to test this, I took it off, because what happens is just what happened here. You see the wick as it pushed through VWAP? This will go up and test VWAP and run up, 5 or 10 cents over VWAP and then come back. If I had left my stop on, I would have gotten stopped out. So what I was looking for was a candle to close above VWAP. If we claim VWAP and start to run or start to push off, then I would have stopped out. But I was trusting the technicals on the chart, and as long as we were below VWAP, the trade was still alive. And I finally got the move, got a nice candle here to sell off. I took profit here, right at 27.05 or 27.10. Okay, I took it at 27.10, and then I took some again here at the green and red line, which was right at 27. And then we came back and tested, and I wanted to add back. To be honest with you, I thought about adding back here, but I didn't. I just held on to the last shares I had and ended up covering here. I had my order out right on this 26.62 level, but I kind of lost some patience here and covered 10 cents away. So I mean, it wasn't bad. I was within that 10-cent window, but you can see this candle tested it and would have filled me, then this candle did the same thing. So here I was thinking, well, maybe if on this rejection I can get back in. Well, this rejected so fast I didn't get to get a good entry, so I didn't enter. And you can see we started getting choppy. The volume went away, and we really didn't make it another move. But this was a solid trade based on the technicals. I did have to, hold through this, but that's the way. That's trading. That is trading. So got $162 realized on this FNSR, which is not bad. On, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 4 tickets. So I should have about $145 profit on this trade. And remember, we're not looking for real big numbers here. We're looking for consistency. If I could trade and I can make $140 to $160 a day consistently, it won't take long for your account to grow. It won't take long at all. But you have to stay, consistent. So that was FNSR. That was that trade. And I typically don't trade buyouts. And this FNSR was a buyout. And I mean, not FNSR, MBLY was reported as a buyout. But I found out that the deal's not going to go through for another 9 months. Well, in business, 9 days can be too late. Things can happen in 9 days that will change the whole landscape of a business. So I was thinking once that got out, we were going to sell off, at least sell back half of this big gap. But we didn't. We kind of got hung up at the open, and we practically traded sideways. I did get in, and we pulled back up. We never did close above VWAP, so never had any reason to stop out. And just held this. And I held it all day until I finally got 45 bucks. I mean, obviously you don't want to hold the stock all day for $45, but there was nothing to do. It was a slow day. There wasn't anything really happening. And just putting 100 shares on here and thinking that I had an opportunity for this to go back and retrace at least half of this. Actually, I was looking for it to hit somewhere in here around 55 or so. But it never did. But I ended up taking it off right before the close and, was really done with it. And that's why I really didn't size up on this. My goal was to put this MBLY on and just let it hold it all day. Now, I didn't really focus on it or really look at anything on it, most of the day. So that was that. All right, so I want to invite you to register for a webinar. Now, this registration link will be on the description for the video. So you don't have to worry about writing this down or anything. It's going to be there. So all you have to do is click on it. But we're doing a free webinar. It's going to be Thursday at 8 o'clock. And it's titled The Truth About Day Trading. So we're going to, if you know me, I'm all about transparency and being straight up. And that's what this webinar is going to be about. It's the truth about day trading. And that's as straightforward and as blunt as I can put it. Now, if you're in the chat room You don't have to worry about registering for this webinar. You're going to get it. This webinar is for people who are not members of the chat room yet. You can register and just come in on Thursday and you can see what it's all about. Also, we have my day trading class. It's called Day Trading the Average Joe Way. And it's a class, 100% live class with me. And you'll learn to trade using the processes and strategies that have made me successful. It's 15 90-minute classes. I'm limiting it to 25 traders per class. That's the max. Now, if we only have 8, then that's all I'm going to run it with. But the max I'm going to take is going to be 25. You have access to the chat room and the weekly webinars while the course is in session, which is 4 months. Access to the small group mentor sessions. Access to the market replay platform that we have, the simulator that you'll be able to use at night. On the weekends, you'll be able to practice the strategies that you're learning in the class. You have access and ability to form private study groups, which I highly recommend. And the picture you see in here is an actual study group meeting in the room, in the classroom. And this is another member sharing his screen and his trades and his thoughts. And that's what the study group is all about. And you see my name here, but I'm not in there. I just have the room open for them. So you're on your own, and unless I'm invited, I'm not in here. This is the traders themselves running it and doing everything and sharing everything and all the aspects of their trading and getting feedback from their peers. You also will have lifetime access to the class. Now, I will record your classes. When I say your classes, every time I start a new class, that will start a new set of recordings. So whenever you want to go back and rewatch a session or rewatch a class, it will be your class. It will be the class that you were there live watching. So once we finish our section of the class, then all the recordings will be grouped and everybody in your class will have access to those for life, as long as I'm living anyway. So that's how that works. It is a live class, but I do record it, and you do have access to the recordings, once the class has finished. Now I had a special for the next 5 people who signed up for the class. I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, but I still have one more. It was funny. I had 4 sign up in 30 minutes and then never heard from anybody else. So I thought that was kind of weird. But I do have one more spot in the Day Traders Mind Shop Workshop. It's a $450 value. It's 4 meetings, 4 sessions, and it's all to help you to develop the right mindset for day trading. And you get that free when you sign up for the class. So there's only one more left. So whoever's next, that's who'll get it. But if you have any more questions that you want to ask, just email me, or you can put them on this video. I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right, here's how you can contact me. YouTube, Average Joe Trader. You can find my channel under that. On Twitter, at Average Joe Trader, you just drop the E. On Facebook, Average Joe Trader. And you want to email me, ed@averagejoetrader.com. So however you want to contact me, I'm there. You can find me. And I'm an open book. So that's all I have for today. Just remember, if you want to register for the webinar, I will have the registration link in the description down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me or contact me through social media or however. So everybody had a great evening, a great night. Let's get some rest and we'll get back at it first thing tomorrow morning.